Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm back to do a commentary on James Rutherford. He's another one that I did back when I first started. I accidentally deleted his video when I had to purge a bunch of my other videos, and I don't have a backup copy. So I decided just to redo his interrogation because he is a very interesting character. And by interesting, I mean disgusting and perverted and evil. But let's get into it.
What, you need your head coming out? Yeah. No, I didn't grab a jacket.
You just see that tortured, pained look on his face there. It's not the greatest quality footage, but you could definitely see that he's not taking this well, as he should not.
Right here, I see the block chair there, okay?
Can you slide me move to the front, maybe?
What's that?
Can that cuss move maybe to my front? They're really hurting me.
They're in.
I'm doing so much something.
He's not even in the building like 30 seconds, and he's already making demands.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, see for now, alright? I get what they say. What's that? Say your correct address on
No,
it.
it's actually not.
It's not?
No. That's my old address.
What is your address now?
I'm gonna have to cut out the part where he repeatedly states his address so I don't get in trouble with YouTube. But if anyone's seen other versions of this, they might have heard it, and yes, he has to repeat his address several times. So you're just like so used to watching his students, do that kind of things, put their head on the table, that he just has to copy them. Even Jeff Stacy sunk his head down when he realized he was going to jail, but he didn't full on put his forehead on the table.
Do I have your phone number?
It's kind of weird that they bleep out his phone number, but not his address.
09. Okay.
2-2.
22?
Yes.
Just this, something about his face there looks kind of scary. Like, I know he's in shock and everything, but I don't know, he just sometimes like he comes across as like a normal guy, and sometimes it's not so much. And I'm very loose usage of the word normal, because obviously he's far from normal, but I don't think you would know this guy's a predator just, casually meeting him once or something.
Okay. The name of the road, spell that for me again.
Millbank, M-I-L-L-B-A-N-K.
Oh, B. Okay.
Yeah, we
Can they just give him a pen so he can write it down? They don't have to keep asking him how to spell his address.
Okay,
We just started. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
You don't have any copies?
there was a...
Probably.
All right, James, is that correct? James Rutherford? Okay.
Just look how big these guys look compared to him. You got these like two enormous men, and then this like cowering little weasel sitting there. He just looks like he's Kevin Westerbeck's size. He's just hunched over and hands handcuffed behind his back.
I'm Sergeant Sean Trissel. This is Deputy Scott Mullen, Dark County Sheriff's Office here, okay? You've been read your rights out at the scene when you was arrested, okay? And you understand those rights, correct? Okay, and you understand that those rights are still in effect at this time while we're talking to you, okay? First off, I just want to start by confirming your personal information, okay?
Yes, sir.
It's James M. Rutherford, is that correct? Okay, can you answer me yes or no?
Yes,
Instead
sir.
of a nod?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. You work anywhere?
He was born on Valentine's Day.
Where do you work at?
St. Margaret of York School.
Are you a teacher there? What grade do you teach?
6th.
I think that's part of what made this guy so famous is that he's a teacher. Like the teacher predators tend to get more attention just because the fact that they like actually work with children, which just makes you question everything they do. And obviously if there's more victims and that kind of thing, but also like his insanely long talk with Chris when that got released. I guess that just kind of drew even more attention to him.
The reason we have it here is because we have some chat logs.
Yeah, I talked to the guy at the thing about it.
Okay. And we kind of want to sit down and talk to you about it, okay?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Yeah, talking to Chris Hansen's different than talking to the police. It's not like I already talked to Chris. It's all good. It's yeah, that's two separate entities there.
Is the chat name that you used
IU Rutherford.
IU Rutherford?
Yes, sir. Can I ask if I'm being charged? Is that fair? Or...
What do you think, James? What do you think they arrested you and brought you down here for? Just to get some personal information from you and then let you go so you can keep this whole thing a secret and carry on as business as usual?
Yes. You're going to be looking at charges.
What charges?
Right now, till once we talk and we go through everything, just depending on
Okay.
what your belief was, what was actually said, and everything else, and what actually occurred.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As soon as we get done here, I'll let you know the exact charges against you.
Okay.
Okay. What was the screen name of the person you was talking to? Do you remember?
I really actually don't know.
I'd say.
It's so funny. A lot of the guys say that they say that or they pretend they don't know whether or not they actually forgot. I kind of don't think that they actually forgot. I'm sure they know exactly what it is, but maybe they're just trying to make it look like, oh, this is so not a big deal that I can't even remember their name. You know, this is not something I really paid a lot of attention to. Just trying to downplay it. Because this conversation went on for a long time. It was a pretty long chat. How could he just not even know what her screen name is?
Princess Danica.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
That's it. No, you guys.
Or it could be like he was chatting up other underage people too. It could just be they're all the same to him. He couldn't care less what their name is as long as they're a young girl and he has them on the end of his fishing line. He just couldn't care what the name is and he's just talking with them. That's a possibility too.
Should I have my lawyer?
Yeah, you should. You should, James.
That I cannot answer for you. You do have a right to an attorney, as you were advised in your rights. Did they ever advise what name did you think her real name was?
Danica.
Danica?
Yeah.
Okay. How old did you believe this female to be?
I think she said 13 or 14. I couldn't remember.
Okay.
And there's been a few guys that have said that when the girl's 13, they say 13 or 14, kind of just going back to like every guy, a little bit of confusion over the age. Does it really matter if she's 13 or 14? Like how much worse is it for her to be 13 rather than 14? Like 0.001% worse. It's still really, really bad. So they're trying to make it look like, oh, I can't remember, something within that age range. But it's if it was like 28, 29, yeah, okay, well, yeah, then both of those are okay. When it's 13, 14, it's they're both bad, James.
I guess first question I'll ask you is what brought you to the address on 5K Avenue?
I don't know. I don't know.
What did you believe was going to happen when you got there?
Honestly, nothing.
Well, When you open with the word honestly, it makes us all think that you're lying, James.
I had decided long ago that I wasn't going to do anything physical with the kid.
How long ago? Like, how long ago did you decide that? Like, you left the house today. You said during his interview with Chris that, like, on the drive over, he decided not to do anything. And he's not the only guy to have said that. We've seen guys, even in the newer ones, that take down with Chris Hansen, that, yeah, they talked about sex. Yeah, they came down there intending to do that. But on the drive there, they changed their mind. And they were just going to go and tell the decoy that they weren't going to do it. Like, how convenient. You changed your mind right at the very last second. It's like, yeah, that is such bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. I know it's probably hard for you to believe, but I didn't even really want to come. I told the guy over there I don't know why I was coming. My mind told me, stop, she's a kid. I am a teacher. I've never done anything like this before.
But the thing is, apparently, Chris Hansen or someone talked to, like, kids from his school or, like, parents of the kids, and apparently, like, some of the girls there were creeped out by him just because of the stuff he would say and do, and the fact that he was also talking to other minors. I think he was even charged back in his home state or wherever he was from. He was charged with doing the similar thing to another underage girl. So obviously this is not like a first-time issue. It's possible this is the first time he drove to his house, to someone's house. I guess that could be true, but it's not like this is a new thing. It just escalated to this point. And if he hadn't have gotten caught, we know exactly what he would have done, and he would have just kept doing it and doing it and doing it more and more with different girls and escalating it every time. Like, he's trying to just say, and it's possible that he doesn't know why he's like this. Maybe he just has these urges and he's unable to control them. Doesn't even try to control them, and maybe he doesn't understand where they come from. But that doesn't justify it. It doesn't mean that, like, that makes him innocent somehow, and that's complete bullshit, the fact that he was not going to do it. He had this long chat with him. We know what kind of guy he is, as if he was going to go over there and then just not do the things that he said he was going to do.
And I just kept driving. But I decided long before I got here that I'm not going to do anything with her. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to touch her. I'm not going to violate her.
And if that's true, like if it's true that he originally intended to do that stuff and he talked about it, but he changed his mind on the drive over and he was just going to keep driving, why didn't he do that and then just send her a text message or a phone call saying, look, this is wrong, I changed my mind, I'm not going to do it? Why would he actually go to their house? That's as dumb as the Rob Klein excuse of, I just went to the house to tell her I wouldn't be coming over. Like, you could just, a simple message like that you could do by text, and that would not get you in trouble, and it'd just be a way better way to do it. Like, obviously everything about this scenario was wrong and you shouldn't be doing it to begin with, but going over to the house, it's just going to lead you to more temptation. If he would just be tempted in seeing her when he went over there. If he really was like, wow, I have this problem, I know it's wrong, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to stop. Just be like, hey, I'm not coming over, in a text message, boom, go home, and you wouldn't be sitting here. Now he's trying to say that, like, he actually walked into the house just to, like, tell her that. Like, bullshit.
Mm-hmm. But in your log, you talked about performing sexual acts together. Is that right?
We talked about kissing. And we talked about kissing.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't know. I know
You talked about her dressing slutty and that she was a virgin. Is that right?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, Jamie. Did I? What? I'm being accused here of something I didn't do. It's like, yeah, they have it written down in front of them. Like, you know exactly what you said, James.
We're asking that, honestly.
You show her your butt. Is that correct?
I really don't remember, sir.
Okay.
How could you not remember that? Like, is it possible that he's just talking to so many girls online that he can't remember exactly what he said to each one? But he knows the kind of stuff he did. He was, like, showing off his body on camera and just saying all this stuff to her, like as if he just can't even slightly remember the kind of stuff he says. He knows damn right well what he said.
I know it was wrong.
You know it was wrong, but you did it anyway.
She said quite a few things.
Are you seriously trying to blame the decoy, James? So yeah, she said some things too. Yeah, well, she's underage. She can say all sorts of crazy stuff, and it's not up to you to play along with it. It's up to you just to shut down the entire conversation and break off contact.
But I don't think I ever said anything beyond what I just told you.
He did.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
What did I say?
He's gonna tell you in just a minute.
Up here you talk about you asked her if she'd make you take your shirt off.
Yeah.
And that you said you wanted to take hers off. And that you would get to see her with her shirt off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read this guy's entire chat log, like way back when I did the first version of this, and it is pathetic. It's a pathetic chat log. Like, this guy is so frustrating. Like, it may not be as disgustingly sexually graphic as some of the other guys, but he's just like, he's got this kind of weird combination where he's kind of like a little bit of a braggart, but he's also like so completely needy. He's just like, oh, it's just his level of neediness from a 13-year-old is just disturbing.
And then you asked her if she would want you to take anything else off. And then you asked her once she had you naked, what would she do with you? And she said she didn't know she'd never been naked with a man before. And you said, haha, would you take anything off but your shirt? And she said, yeah. And you said, what? She said, her bra. And then you asked if she would let you kiss her boobs and her tummy. And then you said down here that you're so freaking horny. And you know if you had me naked, I'd want more, right?
Yeah, bingo. It's kind of incriminating, James. How can you say that and then just, yeah, well, I changed my mind when I was going over there.
And then you asked if that would bother her.
I wasn't insinuating that I would make her do more, sir.
And then you asked her if she means to have sex, and she said yes.
Yeah, she started that, though. I believe, sir.
She did not start that, you liar. You started that.
So you want me to believe that you talked about being horny, and then you ask her how horny she is and if she's wet, and then you say you want to have fun with her.
I mean, I was planning on it, sir.
And you talked to her about letting her see more on your cam. That you thought about sending more. That you was going to be naughty.
Yeah, I bet you when he was saying all this stuff online, he just thought he was such a big man. He was just getting such a kick out of being a predator, talking to this young girl and everything he was saying and doing. And now he's just sitting here in shame as it's all being read back to him. He just thought he would get away with it forever.
And then down here you asked what she was wearing. She says jean and tank tops. You said cute. And then you asked anything else, and she said socks. And you laughed out loud. And then she said underwear, and then you asked no panties. And then you said, oh, okay. So you're wondering what kind of clothes this 13-year-old kid's wearing. Asking her if she's horny. Telling her that you're horny.
Yeah, so if he was saying all this and how horny he was just talking to her online, how would he feel any different physically seeing her in person? He's trying to say, like, all this conversation he had over multiple days, all this stuff he said and did, that, yeah, this was making him horny. However, when he physically saw her and was alone with her in the house with no one else around, all of a sudden he would just change his mind and he wouldn't be interested in touching her at all. Like, that, there's no way that is true.
I guess my question to you is, throughout this whole thing and the talking, and things that you said, there's pretty much a belief that you guys were going to kiss, get naked, and then it could lead elsewhere.
Not really.
Not really.
What do you mean, not really? He just read you all of that. You're telling me after all of that, you still say not really?
You didn't take that by what you put in here?
Sir, I never intended, when I was saying all that, to actually come up here today.
What? How could you say that? You did come up here today. I was saying all this and I didn't intend to come over. I then immediately got in my car and drove over and walked into the house.
But you did come up here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I didn't intend
So whether
to
you
come.
made an intent to come up here or not,
I know it's
you
illegal.
still typed this stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
And you had the belief that if you come up here, there's a chance that you guys were going to have sex.
Yeah, there's no one in the world that would ever believe that wasn't his intention. That is just not the way human nature works for normal people, let alone predators. Why would you ever do that? Like, even with an adult woman, no guy's ever going to be like, oh, we've been having this really flirty sexual conversation online and we've been, sending each other pictures and all this stuff and talking about having sex. And then I'm going to drive over to her house one day. But when I get there, I change my mind. I don't want to do anything with her. Like, why even go through the whole process? Why even, like, drive, let alone drive to her house if you don't even intend to do any of that? Like, what's the point? What's the point of going to her house? Just to tell her you're not going to come over? This doesn't make sense.
I wasn't going to have sex with her, sir. In fact, I don't think she mentioned it. And I said, you mean sex.
So you're telling me you didn't
Don't blame it on her, you bastard.
believe one bit you were going to come up here and have sex
No,
with this
sir, I
girl?
did not. No, sir. I know it looks like that, I'm sure.
Yeah, James, it kind of looks like that.
But no, sir. I did not.
So if you didn't think you're coming up here to have sex, what do you think you're coming up here for?
Honestly, and I know you guys haven't seen what I discussed with Mr. Guy from NBC. I don't know why I decided to come up. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be saying this without a lawyer, but I don't know. I decided long before I even got here, though, that I wasn't going to do anything physical with her.
But before you made that decision,
But yeah, what does he mean? Like, long before? It couldn't have been that long before because the drive over wasn't that long. I can't remember how far he drove, but I don't think it wasn't like one of the 5-hour drive guys. So basically, you've been talking to her for what, like, at least days, possibly weeks. All this time you've been saying you're going to do all this stuff, but just in that last tiny little bit during the actual drive there, all of a sudden that's when you changed your mind and you say you decided long ago. Like, long ago would have been before you even had started this conversation. That's when you should have changed your mind, not just in the, like, hour or so before you drove over.
there was a belief that something physical was going to happen. Even though you changed your mind.
No, sir.
And you said that
In fact, I wasn't
you
even
changed
gonna,
your mind.
I wasn't even going to come up, and I even
And
called
why
her.
did you come?
I don't know. I even called her.
Yeah, what does that mean? I wasn't even going to come. What kind of a defense is that? The fact is you did come. That'd be like, man, I wasn't going to shoot that guy, but I did. Well, it's not a defense. If you did the crime, it doesn't matter if you weren't going to do it. If there was some sort of internal debate going on in your head over whether or not to do it, it doesn't matter if you felt guilty or felt hesitation or anything like that. It doesn't matter if you just actually went through with it. And the second you walk through that door, you pretty much solidified your criminal intent.
I said, I'm not really comfortable with this. You're way too young. And she said, come anyway. We'll just hang out. I don't know if you guys
Wait, he's trying to say like, oh, I said that I wasn't comfortable with this. Like I was trying to talk her out of this, but she just kept egging me on to come. But dude, you friggin' talked for like weeks about all this graphic stuff, and you sent her pictures of yourself and talked about all the stuff you wanted to do with her. So you can't say all of a sudden that like she was the one convinced you. You said all of that stuff. You initiated contact, you initiated the sex talk, and you initiated coming over. Like all the other people do. The decoys don't. They're not allowed to reach out and start the conversation. They leave that up to the predator. So it's bullshit that she had any part of this. It's like, oh, she was trying to invite him over and he didn't even want to come. He damn well wanted to come.
Logs on my phone calls. But that is what happened. I, in fact, turned around and was heading home, and I said, I don't think I'm going to come. I don't feel comfortable with this. I mean, I don't know if you can check that or not.
But why is he saying I was turning around? If you were turning around, it means your car would be going back in the opposite direction. But obviously that didn't happen since he showed up at the house. So at no point did you turn around. I mean, I believe that possibly in his mind he knew like oh, I shouldn't be doing this kind of thing, and he probably did have hesitation. But it wasn't because this is wrong. It was because this might be a sting. He might get caught. That's what the hesitation was about.
Not. And she said, no, come up, we'll have fun. I was just looking forward to hanging out, whatever. And I went home and thought, this is dumb. I shouldn't go. But if I drive up and just hang out, I'm not going to.
So is he trying to say, I guess there's no way to prove that he actually drove home and then left again? Like that he made a second trip? That's still not a defense. That's still, that's just as wrong as if you only made one trip.
To do anything. I'll drive home.
What did you anticipate you were going to have a combo with this girl?
I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I didn't know why I was coming.
I mean, judging by what you guys chatted with, looks to me like there's only one reason. Only one thing you could have in common with this girl.
That was.
Yeah, like he couldn't care less about anything about this girl as a person. There's only one thing he wanted out of her. She was just a minor, a young girl. That's all that he cared about. They're all interchangeable to him. Like, it's not like he cares about this specific one or he wanted to hang out with her because she was so interesting. Like, there's nothing interesting about her. Like, they're not even, like, real people. They're just, like, characters made up by perverted justice decoys, or in the newer case, by the police. Like, they have no personality to them. They're just flat people that are basically just an image and an age. So how could he say, like, oh, she was so interesting that he just wanted to come over and hang out with her? Like, why? Well, we know why. There's only one possible reason.
I mean, we didn't start off, at least, I don't even know when I met that girl. It was just randomly in an Ohio adult room.
Mm-hmm. It was not just randomly. You saw her. I don't know if the age was shown in the profile, but I think they usually were. You just saw her and started talking to her. That means that of all the people there, male and female, of all different ages, and supposed to be set in adult chat rooms, they're supposed to be adults, you saw this one that was not an adult, clicked on it, and started chatting with her. And then you very quickly brought up sexual talk. So how could he say he was just talking to her randomly? It's not like you were talking to other people and this conversation just kind of fell into your lap. No, you chose it. You specifically chose her to speak with, James.
I mean, I said, I'm a lot older than you.
Yeah, you're literally twice her age.
I don't know.
I mean, do you think you would have anything in common with this girl? Is this a girl you wanted to date?
No, hell no. I didn't even want anything physical by the time I got here, sir.
So what was the point of going there? You don't want anything physical, and you also don't want to date her. Like, you don't want anything to do with her outside of sex. So what's the point of going to see her? You have absolutely no interest in this girl. You know nothing about her, and you claim you don't want to touch her. What the hell's the point of even going to her house?
She's 13. I didn't want to date her. I mean,
obviously there were sexual thoughts.
Sure.
I mean, by
Obviously.
what you typed. I mean, that's you know.
Obviously, but
And the thing, like, whether or not his story's true that he like drove home and then changed his mind and drove back again, whether or not that's true, but that just shows like this would have escalated. Even if his story here is true and he did go to her house and tell her, like, sorry, I can't do this, you're too young, blah blah blah, whatever. Like, I don't believe that for a second. But even if it was and he turned around and left, it probably would have taken him, I'd say, less than 24 hours before he started chatting her up again. And then he would have eventually, the next day or a couple days later, he'd gone back to her house. Like, sooner or later, he would have done this. Or it would have happened with a different girl because he was chatting up multiple girls. There's no way, if he's willing to go this far with this kind of disturbing behavior, it's not going to end there. And I don't believe for a second that he would just realize his mistake and never again chat up an underage girl. And he would just go straight. No way in hell. He would have kept doing it. He would have done whatever he had to do in his own mind to convince himself that, well, maybe if I just kissed her or something. You know, he would have found some reason to go back, and eventually it would have escalated as far as it could possibly escalate. So, like, everything he's saying is just, not only is it bullshit, it's just completely beside the point.
At what point did you lose those thoughts? I mean, at what point did you think that those thoughts were?
when it became real, when I was coming up here, I thought this is not a good idea.
So you were like halfway here and thought, what we're doing?
In fact, I told the guys over there, I almost turned off and just went to the Dayton Air Force Museum.
Yeah, almost doing something is way different than actually doing it. You can't say, I almost did not rob the bank. Well, if you robbed it, then you did it. There's no almost in these kind of crimes.
I think I just...
Was that about when you started thinking, this is a bad idea?
No. And as soon as she said it yesterday, I thought, I mean, on the internet, it's almost like it's a fantasy, like it's not real, I think. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of got real, and I thought, what? I don't even want to. That's stupid.
And see, I mean, like in this instance, yeah, it wasn't real because it was a decoy. It wasn't a real underage person. But he was talking to other girls, and presumably they were real. So even if just in James Rutherford's own mind, he's like, I could say and do whatever I want to these people online because it's not real, it's a fantasy. But there is a real human being on the other end of that computer. And she has to deal with this guy and see and hear all the stuff that he's doing and all the videos he's sending to her and pictures and all that disgusting stuff. And there's still harm that can be done from that. So that is just such bullshit that it's like, it can't be harmful because it's just online. It's not real. Like, you know, maybe if you're talking to, you know, in modern day, talking to some like AI bot or something, it's like, yeah, there's no one being harmed. But if you're talking to a real person, you can't say that this is just online because it involves a real person.
And I don't know why I decided to come. I didn't really want to.
What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't really want to? You absolutely wanted to. If you didn't want to do something, you wouldn't do it. For when you're a grown adult, for the most part, you only do something you don't want to do if it's like really important to you. You may not want to go to the dentist. You don't like going, but you know that it's necessary, so you put yourself through it. But you know you don't like paying taxes, but you do just because you have to. Otherwise, you get in trouble. There's things like that. But if it's something like this, like, and this isn't like a friend. This isn't like, oh, it's his brother, and it's like, crap, my brother wants me to help him move. I don't want to, but he's my brother. He'd do the same for me. No, this is not like that. This is a complete stranger he's never even met in person before. He has no obligation to her whatsoever. So why would he go and do something if he didn't want to do it? He's like, I do not want to go. Then there's no way he would then. Like, he has no reason to. He has no reason to really care about her feelings enough to just tell her politely that, sorry, I don't want to come over. Like, this doesn't make sense. It's bullshit he didn't want to do it.
He must want to somewhat, or else he wouldn't be here now, right?
I think it was just, I don't know. I'm going, it won't matter to you, but I actually just found out a couple days ago I'm getting divorced.
Oh, yeah, now he's bringing up the pity me defense. He's going through a divorce, so obviously he's the victim here, and he should just be let go because he's the one guy in the entire country who's going through a divorce.
And I've just been trying to stay out of the house and to stay busy, and I think I had nothing else to do today. And thought, well, I'll drive up there if nothing else. And if I even thought maybe I'll get here and turn around. But if nothing else, it was a couple hours. I could just be out of the house, driving my car, whatever.
You can be out of your house for like a million different reasons. Like, this is like, go do any, like Chris said, go to a sports bar, just go do anything else. Like, why did it have to involve going to meet a minor when she's home alone?
And here you talk about that you'd love to see her and like.
And the thing is, like, his job involves seeing people of her age, like, every single weekday. That's what his job is. He sees kids all day long. He can talk to them, interact with them, all this stuff like that. So why would he need to go and physically see this one girl and then claim that it wasn't for anything physical? It's like, if it was just talk and he just wanted to, the company or whatever, like, he's around them all day. He spends his whole day with other teachers that are adults and also with the kids. He has all these people around him, but no, he goes to visit this one girl after having an inappropriate conversation with her when she's home alone, and then claims he wasn't going to do anything. It was some sort of special situation. Like, yeah, I know it's kind of ridiculous to even analyze it because of how full of shit he is, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Bra and panties.
Yeah, I remember saying that. I remember saying that.
Okay.
I think I said even something about her laying on top of me.
Yep. You said you
But
like
like I
her
said,
laying on top of you, kissing you,
That was
and
like
kind of grinding.
that was like an online fantasy. I never really intended for it to happen.
Yes, you did. You did, James. Like, they're trying to pretend, like the whole the whole Jeff Stacy thing about, the internet and real life are two different things. Like, they're trying to be like, hey, everything I said on there, that's a completely different situation than me actually being here. When it's not, they're definitely connected. You said you were going to come over to do all this stuff, then you came over. You cannot just draw a line in between and be like, well, everything I said online doesn't matter. It does matter.
I know you're
But you had fantasies that there was sex with this.
not sex. No, sir.
13-year-old.
No, sir. I never said let's have sex. So.
Maybe you did not say it in that specific phrasing, but you said in 100 other ways exactly that. And the thing is, this guy, he was worried about it being a sting, and I think he's not that smart, otherwise he wouldn't be here, but I think he has enough intelligence to know to not get too graphic in the chat, just out of fear of getting caught. He probably just didn't want her parents to find out or that kind of thing. So maybe he didn't get as graphic as some of the other guys. Mike Manzi did the same thing. We don't forgive him for it. He's still as much of a scumbag as everyone else. So he can't just use that as an excuse.
Well, I guess I don't understand why a gentleman, how old are you?
26, sir.
26, school teacher, would even have any thought
I
of
don't-
wanting to meet a 13-year-old girl
You know what?
and go hang out.
You know what? I don't either. I told those guys over there.
Why a 26-year-old male would type the things he typed to a 13-year-old girl, asking her,
I don't know, sir.
listen to me a minute, asking her what she was wearing, if she's wet, talking about her wearing her bra, or laying on.
Yeah, like, how could he say all of that stuff and then be like, hey, I never specifically said I wanted sex, so like that somehow it's like, oh, okay, never mind then. I guess you're all good to continue chatting like that with her. Like, no, it's disgusting.
Top of you guys grinding.
I don't
That's things that a 26-year-old male does not say to a 13-year-old kid, unless you have ideas or thoughts that sexual acts could happen.
Sir, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I am
Okay,
a
with
teacher.
you hearing everything I told you, would you believe that the thought was,
Oh, I know. If I was in your shoes, hell no, I wouldn't believe a word I'm saying.
you would believe that?
So what he's saying is that every other guy out there that does this kind of thing is lying and they're scumbags. However, in James Rutherford's specific instance, this one time, he is completely innocent because he is different than every other man caught on this show. It's like, dude, you're one of like friggin' 30 or 40 guys busted in the sting. Like, there's a whole bunch of them in this television show. You were just like one of a bunch. It's not like you're some special situation where you're different. You are such a honest, upstanding citizen that you wouldn't do this kind of thing, and you're different from all the other guys. If you were in any way honest or even normal, you would not have even gone down this path. You wouldn't have started chatting up a 13-year-old, let alone drive to their house. So how could you be like, well, hey, I know it might look like I'm lying, but I'm telling the truth here. I'm innocent.
Your
I
your
was-
whole plan was to come up here and have sex.
Yeah, if I was you, yes, sir.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Okay.
But that really wasn't my intention.
Well, I guess I still don't figure and understand your intention. You still come to the house.
Yes, sir.
You didn't turn around. You didn't drive away.
I don't know why.
You came
I
to the
wanted
house
to,
anyway.
I should have. And I didn't. I don't know why. I wasn't going to have sex. I wasn't even going to touch her.
So what was your intention when you got here? What was you going to do?
I mean, I called her and she's like, I'm just going to watch a movie. I was like, oh, whatever, I'll watch a movie with her. I mean, up until that point, I still hadn't decided if I was in it.
And you knew she was home alone. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think she said that, so.
Yeah, I think she said it. You knew damn right well she was home alone. If there was any sort of parents or other adult there, you would not have gone over. You knew damn right well she was alone.
Okay. So all this put together, I mean,
I know it doesn't look
you
good.
expect me to believe that nothing was going to happen, or you didn't want anything
Do I
to
expect
happen?
you to believe it? You believe what you want, frankly.
Did you have any remote belief or fantasy that something would happen?
Sir, I'm around
You
kids.
did earlier prior.
Sir, online, it doesn't seem real. It's like I'm talking to people that aren't real.
But online, you still know
That doesn't make it right. That just makes you an idiot for thinking that this isn't real. It's absolutely real.
that she's a 13-year-old female.
Like I said,
So
sir,
why, even if it's not real, would you say those things to a 13-year-old female?
It's all up in the head, apparently.
Not apparently. You just are.
That's the only explanation I can give you, is that I'd
Have you ever talked to a minor before on the internet?
rather not answer that, sir.
Well, you kind of just answered by saying that exact statement. If the answer was no, he would not have said that. Obviously, the answer is yes.
Have you ever had any prior charges of
No, sir.
anything?
No, sir. And I've never done this before.
Okay.
I've never met a minor.
Yeah, he's been chatting them up and having these disgusting, inappropriate conversations with them. Perhaps he's just never actually driven over to their house. However, given the fact that he is a teacher, he's not only a teacher, but he's also like some sort of gym coach or something. He's around young people all the time. So, so yeah, he's that is very, very alarming. So for him to say he's never done this before, if what he's saying is he's never actually followed through and driven, actually gone to meet them, he's been riding right up to that line for a long time, and it's only a matter of time before he crossed the line. So yeah, he's a liar.
I don't know.
Have you chatted with a minor before?
Like I said, yes, I have.
Okay. How many times?
I have no idea. The internet's been around since I was a minor.
Okay. When you say you have no idea,
So he's basically saying he has no idea because he's done it so many times he can't even begin to count. And he's also saying the internet's been around since he was a kid. So basically he's trying to say that like the second the internet existed, he was chatting with minors. Like, well, I guess if he was a minor, that's fine. But the thing is, like, as you age, you just change the age group, the demographic of the kind of people you chat with, like a normal person does. You don't continue to talk to the teenagers as you get older. So yeah, I don't know what kind of defense he's trying to mount there.
so you're saying many times you've
I
chatted
don't know.
with
I chat
minors.
with whoever on there.
Okay.
I mean, I just hang out.
But
and
you have
chat.
chatted with.
He chats with whoever. I have a feeling there's a specific kind of person he chats with, and those are underage girls, or at least very young girls. And the fact, I mean, he's not even that old. He's like 26. So the fact he could be chatting with girls like in their early 20s, and that wouldn't be that big of an age difference. So the fact that they're that young is very, very problematic. And I doubt he's chatting with he goes on there just to chat with other guys about sports or whatever. Like, nah, he's out there being a predator.
Minors.
Yes, sir.
Of what age?
I don't know.
13-year-olds before?
Probably.
12-year-olds?
I don't like going that low on kids.
So you stay 13. And
Usually,
have you ever mentioned
sir,
the stuff you mentioned in here before?
Sir, usually when I chat to people, they're 18, 19, 20 years old, closer to my age.
Okay. But it's not the first time you chatted with a 13-year-old.
Sir, no, it's not.
And
Yeah, so most of the time they're 18, 19, 20, but sometimes they're under that. Okay, well, that you're only in trouble for the ones that are under that. There should be 0 people that are under 18, not just a few. It's only like maybe a third of them are. Like, how could he possibly say that that's a defense?
Have you made sexual comments to these others?
Yes, sir.
You have? Okay. And have you ever met with them?
No, sir. Never.
Is it more of a, you say these things because you want to excite yourself to fulfill your needs while you're there? You fantasize while you're sitting there of what you could be doing with this, even though you're on the other side of the computer. You're saying these things to gratify yourself.
Yeah, there was never any intention to cross that line any time.
Yeah, and that cop's right. It is all just to gratify him. Like, he couldn't have cared less about the person on the other end, as long as they were just a minor, because that's what turned him on. He just said and showed her whatever he wanted to, just for his own sick pleasure and his own benefit.
Even yesterday, I know it.
Okay. But I guess
I know.
I'm here to help you, okay?
I hope you can.
And I think you do have a problem.
Obviously.
And you've admitted that, okay? That you have talked to minors before, 13 years of age. That you say the things you say because of your sexual gratification. Do you masturbate while you're doing this?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I have, yeah.
So you're so driven by this, okay?
But sir, it's not
okay,
like...
just listen to me, man.
No,
okay?
I feel like I should at least tell you, it's not like it's... I go on there specifically looking for little kids.
Okay, and I'm not saying that's all you look for, okay? But you're doing this, okay? For your sexual gratification. You say you know it's wrong, but what concerns me is you go ahead and drive up here knowing this 13-year-old is home alone, by herself. Her parents.
And the thing is, even if he never drove there, even if he's just only doing this kind of thing online, he still needs to get arrested. I don't know if it's a crime to have that kind of chat. I think it might vary from like state to state or something. Some places it is illegal, but it definitely should be, because you can't have these kind of guys, especially teachers, just going out there preying on young people online and thinking like, hey, as long as I don't take it offline, as long as I don't drive to their house, I can send them whatever I want and say whatever I want to them just for their own pleasure. Like, even that is wrong.
Are not around. You admit to writing the things in here and getting your sexual gratification out of it at home, but you expect me to believe that you didn't have any beliefs of anything.
You know,
by coming
I
up here
almost...
to visit her.
Doesn't matter what you almost did, James. Like, it only matters what you did and what you intended to do. You can't say you almost did something else, therefore you're not guilty. That's not how life works.
I almost called her and said, what are you doing? Why are you inviting a 26-year-old guy to your house?
That's not the problem, you idiot. The problem is, why is a 26-year-old man going to the house of a 13-year-old girl when she's home alone? The problem isn't her inviting people over. He's like, I was trying to be the heroic, responsible adult and tell her that she shouldn't be inviting predators like me to her house. No, you should just not do it to begin with.
Okay.
That crossed my mind.
But almost and doing are two different things, and you still went through with it.
I know.
You still come to...
And they only invite you over after you've basically invited yourself over. They leave it up to the predator to start the conversation about coming over. Because once they do that, it's like, yeah, we need to arrest this guy. So after that, they're like, hey, are you coming? Like, when are you coming over? You should come over, because at that point, the guy's crossed that line into doing something illegal and they need to arrest him. But you can't act like you weren't ever going to come. Like, that thought never crossed your mind until she invited you. You're the one that brought it up first.
Visitor. You pull right in, you walk right in to go see her.
Yes, sir.
The only way we can help you is, for you to be honest...
How are you going to help me, sir? What
we
can
talked
you
with
do?
our prosecutor and everything else.
How are you going to help me? He's just had his fingers crossed. Like, can you help me by just giving me a warning and letting me go and not telling anyone about this? That doesn't work like that, James.
I know what
Even
I was
though
doing.
you're pretty much doing everything and saying the things you're saying for your gratification at home.
Exactly. I know there's things that I shouldn't have done in the past on the internet.
As far as...
Chatting with people.
Other minors.
Other minors, seeing them on camera.
Have you ever sent nude pictures or anything of yourself?
I've been on camera before,
Okay. Nude?
yes, but that wasn't, it was usually for older people.
Okay. But is there a remote
Does he really consider 18, 19, 20 older?
possibility you've ever sent a nude picture to a minor?
It's possible. Some people might lie about their age too. I mean, I know her. I think she saw me with my shirt off and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. She never saw me naked.
What are these pills that you have with you?
They're just Advil. I went out last night and I had a headache.
They're just Advils?
Yes, sir. A generic Walprofen or something.
He went out last night. That sucks. He just not only does he have a wicked hangover and a brutal headache, but he gets arrested for being a child predator and exposed on To Catch a Predator by Chris Hansen. Yeah, that is one horrible day for this guy.
Okay. Do you have any pictures or anything on your phone?
No, it's not even a camera phone.
Is it camera? You care if I look?
Go ahead.
Got something on it down. Bill, no problem.
No.
You have anything in your Corvette we need to know about? Any condoms?
No, like I said, I wasn't intending on really doing anything.
Any pornographic pictures?
No, sir.
Okay. You mind if we take a look through that then?
Go ahead. You search my car. It's fine.
Say it's a 98.
Yes, sir.
Did anybody else know that you were coming up here today? Just you. And have you ever had any phone conversation with who you believe Danica?
Just today was the first time I ever talked to her.
Today on your way up here?
No, even before that, this morning, I called her and said, I don't know if I'm going to come or not. I don't really think it's, like I said, I even turned around once and called her and said, I don't really feel comfortable with this.
But you still come.
Well, she said, well, come and we'll just hang out. And I thought, well, if we're just hanging out.
Do you think it's right for a 26-year-old to hang out with a 13-year-old child? Even if it's just sitting
Just
and
hanging out
watching a movie?
No, probably not.
And you came from
Mainville,
Manville,
Cincinnati.
down by Cincinnati. So, do you feel that's odd? A 26-year-old man drives all the way from Cincinnati up here to sit and watch a movie with a 13-year-old.
Oh, yeah. I do. I'm not saying I don't need help. I'm not saying there's not something wrong with me.
What do you think's wrong?
Yeah, he's pulling the I need help defense. You know, that I have a sickness. I'm not predatory. I'm not evil. I just need help. I'm the victim here. No, you're a predator, James.
With you?
I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I've done that stuff. I've thought about getting help in the past, and I honestly just never thought I could open up to a stranger, a psychiatrist.
And that's the thing is, for these guys, if he actually knows he needs help, he knows there's something wrong with him, he knows he needs help, he's thought about getting help, that means that this problem must be pretty extreme. Because I think most of these guys, they don't even realize that this is a problem. It's just something they do, and they probably haven't even thought about it. Or maybe they just haven't been doing it long enough for it to really affect their life in any sort of way. So for him to actually know, like, hey, I need help, that must mean that this problem is a lot harder or a lot more progressed than he's letting on. It's probably gone a lot farther than that. He probably feels like addicted to it. Like he's even kind of hinted at it that he doesn't know why he does this kind of thing. He's probably basically addicted, and he just can't help himself from constantly chatting up these underage girls and progressing it further and further and further. And he knows, like, this is wrong, and I can't stop doing it, and it's going to lead to me getting caught eventually. So just the fact that he knows it's a problem means it's probably worse than it is. It's like with alcoholics. Usually they don't realize they have a problem until the problem is much further down the line and is actually way worse than they thought it was. Like, it's hard to judge your own behavior because you just see it, like, from the inside. Sometimes you need someone else to look at it from the outside, like, say, us, to be like, holy shit, dude, like everything you're saying and doing is way more horrible than you're letting on.
So how long have you been doing this?
Well, like I said, I mean, the internet's been around since I was 12, 13. I've always chatted on there.
But how long have you think you've been?
So the problem isn't the internet, because yeah, you could chat all you want on there. The problem isn't the internet. The problem is the fact that you're a predator. So as soon as you had this new tool available to reach out to young people, you jumped all over it. But even if the internet didn't exist, he would have just found some other way to be predatory.
Chatting with
I can't
minors.
I can't give you specifics.
For
I
your
guess
sexual
since
gratification. Last
I was
year?
no longer a minor. I mean, I've always chatted to people. It wasn't always minors.
Right.
I don't know. I can't give you any specific dates. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And I've
Yes, you are going to lie, and you've been lying all along.
chatted to.
Do you enjoy talking to a minor though, for your gratification?
It wasn't just the minors. It was just girls in general.
Okay.
But if there's no difference, if he's just saying it's girls in general, and there's no difference between the minors and the adults, if he gets the same pleasure talking to either of them, why not just specifically talk to the adults so you don't get arrested and go to prison? Like, if you get the same pleasure from both of them, what's the point of even talking to the teenagers, since they'd be less interesting to speak with anyway? So yeah, I don't believe him. He likes, I don't know if he just likes the fact that they're more vulnerable. Like, I don't know what specific aspect about it that he gets off on, but regardless of what it is, he does for some reason. So he can't claim that he just sees them as like, oh, you know, whether they're kids or adults, I talk to everyone. It's like, no, you single out the young people.
So either to minor or a female, but it's to get your gratification.
Basically, that's all it was for, sir. It was personal. It wasn't that I wanted anything else. Ever.
Okay.
What does that mean? It was just personal. I didn't want anything else. I don't even know what the hell that means.
But the concern we have is that you come all the way from Cincinnati.
I know.
After everything you said for your gratification,
I know it doesn't look good.
you've come all the way up here and you've met or tried to meet with a 13-year-old female.
Thing is, this guy was going on and on to Chris about how his life is terrible. He's going through a divorce, and he just doesn't want anything else because his life is so bad right now. Well, now he's exposed on To Catch a Predator, and he's going to get fired. So he's going to not only get divorced, he's going to lose his livelihood because he no longer has an income because he's fired as a teacher. He also has all these mounting legal debts now because he's got to defend himself in court, and he's going to prison, and he's going to forever be known as a predator. And even 20 years later, people will be talking about him online. His life definitely did not get better because of this decision.
I can't explain it. I wish I could. I wish I knew why I was like this and what was wrong with me. I really had thought about getting help in the past, and I thought maybe I had gotten over some of that. In fact,
How could you think that you have gotten over it? You were actually in the days leading up to this chatting with underage people, and you drove to one of their houses. How could you possibly think that somehow the worst of it was behind you and you're getting over it?
I deleted a lot of people that I chatted to once in a while. I stopped getting on there for a while, and then I started up again. I thought I could beat it on my own, and apparently I just didn't have the willpower, sir.
I mean, when you get online with these people and you start talking, what's it make you want to do?
Nothing. I mean, I have never, ever crossed the line with one of my students or anything.
Yet.
In fact, it's never even really crossed my mind.
And if that's true, it's probably just because it's too close to home, too much of a chance of getting caught. So he probably thinks about the girls in his class. He probably looks at them all day long, thinks about it. He just wouldn't do it because it would be too easy for him to get caught and the consequences would be severe. So he focuses on girls that live outside of his city, which doesn't make it any better. You can't just claim you're some kind of righteous man because you don't touch the girls that are at your school while you're literally trying to touch other girls that live in other cities. That it doesn't matter how close they live to you or anything like that. That is not a defense. It just means you're preying on people further away so you could try to keep it a secret.
You ever chatted with one of your students?
No. Never would have done anything to any of them. Never would have ever, and attempted it.
Just with Danica, for some reason she was special.
I think really, when it was online, it was more of a fantasy. Like, this isn't real. But in real life, I never wanted that. And even today, I don't know why I came up. I don't know what made me do it.
Your desire to do it. That's what made you do it. It's not some kind of outside force. It's just your will and your desire to do it.
Wish I could tell you. I know you probably think I'm full of but
So
I'm
if you
really
would have
not.
got
Yeah. That's his first truthful statement yet.
here and you would have walked in and there's a 13-year-old girl standing there in her bra and panties, what would have happened? What would you have done?
It's speculative. I don't know.
It's not that speculative. I can make a very educated guess about exactly what you would have done.
I didn't think that was going to happen.
You didn't think that?
No, sir. Please understand.
It's in your chat log, isn't it?
It's in the chat log and you walked in the door.
So you can't tell me you didn't have a belief that that could have happened. Am I correct?
It was Listerine strips. It crossed my mind.
It crossed his mind. That was the only thing on his mind. That was the only thing on his mind. He thought about that over and over. He fantasized about that exact scenario every single second until he walked in that door. And it was only Chris Hansen that managed to jar him from this fantasy.
There was a thought there that could
But I
happen.
didn't think it was going to.
Okay.
And I didn't want it to. You got to believe me on that.
We don't have to do anything, James. Shut up. And yeah, we know exactly what you wanted. He's just trying every possible trick to just kind of circumvent the situation that there's only one thing he wanted.
I didn't want to have sex with her. I didn't even want to kiss her. I didn't really want to do anything. I just wanted to hang out with somebody.
If you didn't want to do anything of that sort, why did you talk about it at length over and over and over again?
To take my mind off of my life right now. I just wanted to hang out with somebody that I could talk to. I mean, when I met the girl, I told her, I'm married. And then this week, I was venting to her about, whoever I was talking to, about getting a divorce.
And why are you talking to a 13-year-old about your divorce, your personal problems? She's gonna care or even come close to having the life experience to be able to understand and have this discussion with you.
I mean, I don't know. I know that sounds like bull, but...
Yeah, it does sound like bull.
But... And your question, I don't know. I don't know if that's a fair question. That's not really what I thought was gonna end up happening.
But my question to you is, what if you come up here and we weren't here and they weren't doing what they were doing and there was actually a 13-year-old girl in that house that was waiting on you and just...
Yeah, and I was just looking it up on his wiki page, and apparently the I think it was in Indiana, the other underage person he was talking to was actually a separate decoy operation. So there was some other investigation happening with a different police department, and he was talking to one of their decoys too. So he can't be doing this multiple times with multiple alleged underage people and then claim that he didn't have the intention to go through with it. Obviously, he's a huge danger if he's going to be, even if he was telling the truth, sooner or later he would have gone through with it because he's trying it multiple times with different people. Obviously, he's obsessing about it, so he can't say that he's just going to change his mind and never actually do it. Even if he was just talking to him online, everything he did to them online was also illegal because he's sending them graphic pictures and having these discussions with them. I don't think he understands the gravity of what he's been doing.
Just her bras and just her panties.
I'm telling you, bottom of my heart, I wouldn't have done anything.
Oh, the bottom of the predator's heart. That means he's telling the truth.
I've never done something like that with a kid.
You've never done something like that.
Well, because you haven't had the chance yet, but you've definitely been trying to do that, and you were definitely trying to do it today because you drove over to her house.
I know
But
you're
you went
saying,
ahead and come
know
up here.
The studies show that, one thing leads to another with sexual predators. Apparently that's what I am. I never thought I was.
What did he think he was? Like, judging, like, looking at his actions, judging that objectively, did he just, in his own mind, make up some sort of excuse where he's saying, like, if any other guy was doing this kind of thing, he would be a sexual predator. But I'm doing it myself, but I am not a sexual predator. Why? Because he's going through a divorce? Just because he thinks he's a good guy? Like, what's the difference between other people and you? What's the difference between a sexual predator and what you're doing? They do the exact same things.
I wouldn't know. Like I said, I don't know why I'm here.
On your whole way up, on your whole drive up here, when you're thinking about all this, are you thinking to yourself, man, if I show up here and she's like this, what's going to happen? Or did you play this through your mind? I mean, you're telling yourself, I didn't want to do this.
I'm telling myself.
But by knowing this, you know what? You listen to me. You know what you're saying to her. You know what she's saying to you. You can't tell me that's not going through your mind the whole way up here from Cincinnati.
Yes, sir, it was. Lots of different things went through my mind.
What was going through your mind?
And the conclusion I always came to was, I am not gonna touch this kid.
Okay, but what else?
What does he mean when he says the conclusion I always came to? Wouldn't you just need to come to that conclusion once? Wouldn't that be like, the conclusion I came to was I shouldn't do this, so I turned around and went home? It sounds like if it happened multiple times, he went back and forth on it. He was like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, and he apparently, if he's telling the truth, actually drove home, but then left again, had this internal debate going on the whole time. So he probably would have gone into her house, and that debate still would have been going on. He would have been like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't do it, but I really want to. And who knows what we know what would have happened. But obviously that's a danger, just going into the house where you're with them alone, where you're just debating whether or not to actually do this, regardless of how many times you come to the conclusion that you shouldn't. Obviously, once he came to that conclusion, part of him said, well, maybe I should just do it anyway. That's why you kept on driving to the point where you actually walked into the house. So what does he mean he keeps coming to that conclusion? It's something that should only have to happen once.
What was going through your mind?
What do you mean?
I mean, what else? You're thinking about what she told you, how she's going to be dressed, or things you're going to do?
Tell me what. Actually, I guess she did, but I wasn't gonna.
There's a belief that she could have been in her bras and panties. Am I correct?
She never said she was going to greet me in her underwear.
Okay. But you talk about getting on top of each
Yes,
other,
I know.
not having shirts on.
Yeah, he tries to act all defensive. Hey, she never said she was going to be in her underwear. Like that one thing, if he never actually said that, would somehow make the entire thing look better. It's like, okay, maybe you didn't say that one thing, but you did say all the rest of it.
Grinding on each other.
That was on there. That wasn't what I was going to do in real life.
Okay, but there's that chance.
You said you were going to do it, and then you drove over there. How could we not believe that you at least had some part of you that was intending to do the things you said you were intending to do?
That could have happened, right?
No.
No.
No, I know you're looking at me and thinking I'm full of it.
But if you showed
No.
up and walked through that door,
We're all looking at you that way, James.
a
No.
13-year-old like that,
No,
there wouldn't have never been a chance for that to happen.
sir, no. I'm telling you right now. You're asking me. Don't try to make me tell you something that's not true. No. The whole way up here, I thought, if something, she tries, I'm not going to do it. It's not right. It's real life, and it's not going to.
Everything he did, there is no real life. You were talking to a real life person. It was a decoy, but it was still a human decoy, and it could very well have been a real life underage person. And you were talking to multiple of them, multiple different people. So you were actually trying to do this. Even talking to someone on the internet is real life. Like, you're talking to someone on the other end. If you're sending threats to someone or doing any other illegal stuff, it still affects someone in real life. It's not like they don't exist just because, like, he's just selfish and looking at it from his point of view. Like, it's just me talking on a computer. What's wrong with that? There's a real human on the other end, you son of a bitch. Like, you're just thinking about himself.
happen. I know you don't believe me, but no. I'm sorry. No.
So what you were writing in there, was that right?
Oh, hell no. Obviously not.
But you did that anyway.
Yes.
And then you're on your way up here. So you came halfway on that one
I wasn't going
to
do
make
it.
the trip up here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know,
Why even put yourself in that situation?
I don't know.
Why did you even drive all the way up here?
In fact, I wondered if this was some sort of setup the second she said it. I thought I'd be a fool to put myself in that situation.
You would be, yes.
and I'm a fool.
You are.
All right. Was there anything else you think you need to tell us or let us know about?
Like what?
Where's the computer at that you were using to chat back and forth?
My house.
Okay. And right now you live there by yourself?
Yeah, my wife moved out.
Okay.
Why?
Why do I want to know where your computer's at? I'm just asking where you was at the time.
Why do you think, James, you've been doing this internet is not real life thing that you have going on, that you're saying you're doing all this stuff on the internet, but it doesn't count as real life? It does, and they want to know what you've been doing on the internet.
When you was doing this. I don't think we're going to take this. There ain't nothing on there as far as pictures. So I don't need that.
Okay.
And now what?
Huh?
Now what?
You're not taking these home? Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
I just looked at one call and I didn't have pictures or nothing.
What all do you have in your computer at your house?
They've been taking them all in.
What do you mean?
Is there any pictures of anybody
Up to
underage?
you, I don't care.
Underage?
Go ahead and take that.
Probably.
That way we have it.
There is?
Probably.
Nude pictures?
I don't think so.
There's no nude pictures of anybody underage?
Honestly, I don't
Did you
think.
talk to?
He has to really think about that. If you have to think about it, the answer is probably yes.
A couple of people on there, I mean, they might be in underwear or something. I don't think there's any nude. I could be wrong. I don't think I've ever had anything or kept anything like that.
Okay. Have you received?
Did he say he's never kept anything like that? Is he hinting that he's looked at it, he's just never like saved it?
That? On like
People have sent it, and I always just said no, delete it.
Okay.
And even any,
Who's sending it to you? Like, who are you talking to that they would feel the need to send you that? Obviously, you're talking to some bad people about some bad stuff.
so I hope not.
Okay.
Maybe, but I don't think.
Are you like 50-50 on that?
Probably.
So there's
It's a possibility.
probably a decent chance that there is. I mean, you're kind of coin toss at this point.
Yeah. And if there is, I don't know.
Is there any minors on there?
That's what I said. I mean, there are probably people that are minors. I don't think there's any nude pictures. I mean, it's just all this is a picture of me.
Okay.
Some of them have sent provocative pictures, like
As far
underwear
as-
and things.
Okay.
It might be on there. I don't think.
And these are minors that have sent you this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, and I'm telling you, it was probably 2 months ago. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. And I had pictures at that time and stuff, and I deleted everything, deleted all the people off my friends list. Said, I've got to quit doing this. I'm hurting myself. And
Like, again, he's going the whole thing with, I decided I was going to do this, but then he did it again anyway. Like, he's acting like this is a defense. I decided a couple months ago not to do this, and I deleted everything. Yeah, but then he started doing it again, to the point where he went over to someone's house and got arrested. So it's not a defense. It's like if you're a smoker and you're like, man, I tried quitting smoking a whole bunch of times. Well, you're still smoking right now, so that makes you a smoker. It doesn't mean that you're not a smoker anymore. It doesn't make you better than the other smokers. And obviously, smoking is maybe a bad habit, but it's nothing compared to this. So it's like, yeah, I've heard other people say that they, they deleted everything on their computer and they tried to stop doing this, but then, the urges came back and they just couldn't stop. Well, you're just as bad as someone who never quit. Like, you should just never do this to begin with. And if for some reason you start to go down that path, you just need to cut it out immediately. Do whatever it takes to stop doing that. You can't just claim, hey, a couple months ago I tried to stop this, so obviously I'm a good guy. No.
I'm going to hurt somebody else. I just wasn't strong enough to not do it.
How many minors have you been talking with here?
I don't know.
When you deleted everything?
Isn't that scary? There's a guy who's an elementary school teacher, and he's not strong enough to stop himself from having sexual conversations with minors. Like, that is horrible.
How many minors were you talking to at that time?
I don't know.
5, 10, 15,
I don't know.
more?
I don't know.
Like, it's crazy that it's so many that he can't even begin to ballpark it.
I mean, usually I only talk to a person once or twice and then never talk to them again.
So I think what he's meaning is that he's trying to start up this kind of relationship with any minor he possibly could. Most of them won't give him the time of day, so it'll be like a couple messages and peter out because they're not interested in him. But he's hitting every single one of them up until he finds one to begin his grooming process and trying to get a longer conversation going on, and then eventually lead that longer conversation into eventually meeting up with them. Fortunately for us, unfortunately for him, the only one that he actually had the opportunity to go over to their house, it was because it was a sting and he got arrested. Thank God.
It wasn't like I had ongoing relationships with anybody except a couple of people that I've talked to for years. But
Is there anything in your vehicle we need to know about?
no, sir, nothing.
You don't have anything hidden in there anywhere or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay. And you're going to give us consent to search that? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Something else. I don't know.
Do you know your license plate number?
No, I don't.
You call.
You need it?
Yeah, call Corey. See if we can get that. It's Turner.
We'll actually sign here permission to search for your motor vehicle, okay? You said that they were for sure not going to find anything in there, though, right? Okay.
Did your wife know that you had this problem? Did she know that you talked to minors or anything?
And that's quite likely that she doesn't know because he would have kept it a secret, but I bet you it was a main catalyst in the breakup of their relationship. He was probably on the internet all the freaking time, and he'd just be off in his room or his office or whatever in the house and ignoring her, and it started to affect their relationship and would lead to arguments, and to the point where eventually she wanted to divorce him because he spent all his time online.
No, this had nothing to do with the divorce or anything.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to stop. It's for her.
Aw, what a good guy. You wanted to stop for her, but you didn't, and now you're under arrest and getting divorced.
One of the
Your life isn't going very well, James.
biggest reasons.
So you're making it sound like, and I'm not trying to say you're a bad person, but that
I'm a bad person, sir.
Yeah. I'm glad we agree on something, James.
this has been happening for a good while now, because you have concerns about
Myself.
what's going on or what's driving you. Is there concerns of where's this leading me to?
That was kind of. I mean, I really never, honestly, even today, didn't intend anything to happen. But that was one of the things I thought I'll quit doing it on my own, and I thought I should maybe get some help. But I never thought I could talk to somebody about it.
But with your actions and what keeps going and you keep doing more and more, I mean, is there a concern there that
That's why I was thinking about getting help.
this is going to lead to more? That it's going to get more serious?
I really never thought it would. I really never thought it would.
What's your thought now?
I still don't think it would have.
But you're still coming and you're visiting a 13-year-old girl.
Sir, I know. I know.
On the bottom of that one page.
But I don't think I would have done it. Deep down in my heart.
I think I do.
All right, what we'll do is read this to you here. Okay?
Okay.
And then I will cuff you and let you sign it. The undersigned is hereby voluntarily authorized Deputy J.S. Mullen and other officers he may designate to assist him to search, and I've crossed this out, your residence, okay? To search my motor vehicle, namely my 98 Chevrolet Corvette, bearing license plate number DHX2176 of the state of Ohio, presently parked at the Dark County impound lot. Okay? And I further authorize said officers to remove from my... I'll cross that out.
I think we're beyond the meat of the interrogation here. We're probably just getting into all the kind of more dull stuff. But Well, I'm going to sit through it anyway, so if you want to stick with me, then let's continue.
And that out. Remove from my motor vehicle whatever documents or items of property whatsoever which they deem pertinent to their investigation, with the understanding that said officers will give me a receipt for whatever is removed. And I have given this written permission to these officers freely and voluntarily without any threats or promises having been made, and after having been informed by said officer that I have a right to refuse this search and or seizure. Okay?
Sir, it's fine.
Okay. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Can you stand up? Okay, just pull your hand out. There you go.
No, probably no.
Could you put those in the front? I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't believe you are. And we got these loose. Our policy, I need to put them back here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Especially since we're in a vehicle without a cage. Okay?
Now what?
Right now you're going to be charged with attempted unlawful sexual conduct with a minor.
Can I have a lawyer?
Okay.
Can I have a lawyer?
You will have a chance to call him if that's what you wish.
Oh, I mean, I don't have a personal lawyer. Somebody
Okay.
have to. I mean,
You'll be arraigned come Monday morning, and they'll explain to you as far as what your charges are and whether you seek court-appointed counseling or what. They'll explain all that to you.
so I'll be in custody.
Yes, sir.
Now they're just going to let you go back to teaching school. Yeah, according to the wiki page, as soon as this happened, the police notified his school and he was immediately fired.
Should take a picture.
No, not yet. Take a quick picture of you here, and then we'll get out of here, all right?
Picture of himself. Sure.
Yeah, you don't need that anymore, do you?
This.
I'll put these back in your pocket. And give your license
Can you
back.
put it in my pants pocket? It's gonna fall out of there.
Front?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, step over to this one. Can you go back in real quick and initial that tape?
Here. There's a beige mat on the right. Step up to it. Have you place your head on it for me. Okay. Bring your legs back to me as far as you comfortably can. Spread them apart. I'll take these cuffs off of you. When I do, once you place the hands on the wall above your head, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and pull your arm out. On the wall. On the wall. Above your head. And do the same with this hand. You have anything on you that's going to poke me or stick me?
No.
Do you have any piercing or jewelry on your body?
My tongue.
Is it in now?
Yes.
Advil.
Advil?
Yes.
His pants are just falling down. Should have worn a belt, James.
Where are you going? Can you get my
Manage my nose, man.
It's your nose, yes. You have any money in your wallet?
$3.
That for me. And face me. Open your mouth. Okay. Lift your tongue.
Put that in there.
And put it in the middle for me. And take it out. Okay. What I have you do now is take your index fingers, place them on the inside of your mouth. Pull down on your lip. Run it all the way through the back. Do the same with the top.
Well,
Okay. Go ahead and remove your jacket for me.
Yeah, the stuff's not that interesting, but we've come this far, so we may as well continue.
Okay. I have you remove your tennis shoes one shoe at a time, the wrong side out when you pull them off. Hand the shoes up to me. Okay, we'll see the bottom of your left foot. Wiggle your toes. Do the same with the right. No more piercings on your body or anything like that. Go ahead and resume the position on the wall. No navel piercings, anything like that. Go ahead and slide those sandals on for me. Grab your shoes and your jacket. Have a seat there in that green chair.
James Rutherford, right? Okay, I'm Deputy Rio, County Sheriff's Office. I'm in charge of the impound lot and also in charge of the property room. Car's been impounded back here at the sheriff's office. It can be released from tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. If anybody, you can call to come and get it or whatever. There is a tow bill due $80, and there's going to be storage fees for $5 for today and tomorrow.
If by any chance I do get released, can I take it out?
Yeah, as long as you can pay that stuff before you
Does
get
credit card work?
I don't know. I don't take that stuff. We did take one thing out of your car. It's a plastic bag, or I would put it in a plastic bag. It's a handwritten directions to the house where you were at. This will put in your property room. It's a receipt showing that. You have any question about your car, the impound, or this property?
Yeah, you definitely want to get that map to the Sting house back.
Okay. Good luck to you.
In your old age, you can look back fondly on this day by staring at that map from MapQuest to the decoy house.
Tom, come here, see if you can share.
What's your last name, sir?
Rutherford.
First name?
James.
Middle name?
Maurice.
M-A-R-I-C-E?
M-A-U-R-I-C-E.
M-A-U-R-I-C-E. And what city were you born in?
Cincinnati.
I skipped over some of the personal detail stuff so I don't get in trouble with YouTube, so we'll just carry on from here.
And where do you work?
St. Margaret of York School.
St. Margaret? Of York, you said?
Yes.
And the address?
I have no idea, sir.
You know what street it's on?
Columbia.
What city is that?
Mainville. Well, Loveland.
Loveland?
Loveland, yes.
Ohio?
Yes, sir.
You have a zip code there?
45140, I believe. Was a teacher.
You have another phone number there?
No, it's on my cell phone.
Okay. We're good to go on those?
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious because I didn't recognize it. What color's your hair? Brown? Okay.
5'8",
And what do you weigh?
165, 170. Somewhere around there.
Do you wear glasses or contacts at any time?
I need you to put your initials right there stating that that is your cash and that's the correct information.
You got a tattoo on your back.
It's Baby Grim Reaper.
Baby Grim Reaper.
Last name's going to be Rutherford. First name's James. All right. All right. If you'd like
Boy, talk about one awkward conversation to have with your parents.
to, go ahead. Right there's the phone.
We'll have to do it with everybody else here.
Well, yeah, James, you don't get privacy because we want to be able to watch this and comment on it.
All you gotta do is pick it up and listen to the directions, okay?
You guys go away for this, please. My mom's heart broke it on here.
Well, her heart was probably broken the moment she realized she had James Rutherford, the Predator, as a son. So, I think we're beyond that now. You don't have to explain everything to him right now anyway. You just be like, Mom, I'm in jail. Can you bail me out? I'll explain everything later.
What's the phone number there you're calling?
635.
Say, hi, Mom. Remember that guy we were watching on TV, Chris Hansen? Well, I got to meet him today.
Or 812-637-3858.
812-637?
Yes.
8158?
637-3858.
385.
Yes, sir.
Really sinking in now, isn't it, James? This problem that you knew you had, but you didn't think it was that bad. Well, what do you think now? I think it's finally dawning on him that he took this all too far.
Good morning, sir.
Jim.
Yeah, too. We're just running a town. That should be the next one. It should automatically pop up, yeah. We just kind of wrote these down, so we just scratch them off as we go, so I don't have to wait.
I don't think they're picking up James. Or is he, like, silently talking behind his arm there? I can't tell.
What if nobody answers?
Okay, no one answered.
We can try back in a little while.
They're like, it's James calling again. We're sick of talking to him. Don't pick up. Wonder if James had to like go back to the school to like pick up some of his like personal stuff, or if he was just like flat out banned from the school. Hopefully he was banned.
Mr. Rutherford, my Hansen, I confirmed his great back job. The pupils were right. Maybe turn to your left.
East Charles 2, 6 2.
turn to your right. Okay, picture the tattoo on your back. I need a picture of it here.
Baby Grim Reaper. That's a interesting choice. I don't see how that's a baby Grim Reaper. It just looks like a small Grim Reaper.
Do you have any other major scars or marks on your body?
Had a scar on my knee, that's it.
He just, he just looks like he's posing for like some really trashy, low budget underwear model ad or something. Like a low budget Calvin Klein ad.
What happened to your knee?
ACL reconstruction.
Okay, go ahead and lift your pant leg there for me if you can. Is that everything? Okay, go ahead and have a seat for me.
Large bud.
And that we're going to be issuing you while you're here in jail. If you read down here with this plant, any item that's issued to you, you're responsible for that item. Anything should be broken, defaced, misplaced, whatever, you're responsible for it. Okay? Make sure everything that's on this list stays in your possession. This sheet here is stating that you have insurance through Anthem, correct? Okay. If you need any kind of medical attention, we'll ensure that you get it. We'll bill your insurance company. Have you sign here and here are these boxes for me.
Bags. Okay, I got a series of medical questions that I need to go through with you, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any allergies?
I'm allergic to nuts.
I'm sorry?
Nuts.
Nuts?
He's allergic to nuts. There's some jokes I could make there, but you could just imagine your own, and we'll carry on.
Any kind of nuts? Dust? I mean, there's different allergies to
I'm
nuts.
allergic
Come on, don't tempt me with the nuts jokes.
to animal dander. But I can eat peanuts. I just can't eat other nuts.
Okay, that's why there's some people that are just allergic to the nuts themselves. There's other people that are
There's some people like JPW who want to taste the nuts.
allergic to the dust from the powder.
No, I don't.
From the nuts.
I don't know. I mean,
Okay. So basically, it's just the nuts. Okay. Anything else?
no.
Arthritis?
No.
Asthma?
Yes.
Use an inhaler? What type of inhaler do you use?
Albuterol.
You have any sort of dental problems?
No.
You suffer from withdrawals of DTs?
No.
Diabetes? Epilepsy? Fainting spells?
No.
Do you have a doctor prescribed diet? Any urinary tract problems? Ulcers? Venereal disease?
No.
Have you ever tested positive for AIDS, tuberculosis, or hepatitis?
No.
Any type of heart or high blood pressure problems? Are you being treated for any mental health problems? Have you ever tried to kill or harm yourself? Are you feeling
Have you ever talked inappropriately to an underage girl?
suicidal right now? Are you taking any medication?
Yeah, Advair. On top of the albuterol, Advair.
Advair?
Yeah. And Allegra.
Allegra?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
No.
Advair and Allegra. Are either of those prescription?
Both.
Who prescribed your medication?
It's a Dr. Bernstein.
Bernstein?
Yeah.
Do you have any other medical problems that I need to know about?
That's it.
Do you use alcohol? What do you drink when you do?
Beer usually.
Beer. And how often do you drink when you do?
Not very.
Once a week, once a
Once a
month?
week.
Alcoholic beverages.
Last night.
Do you use any sort of street drugs? $50. Okay. Thank you. You have medical insurance, right? What's the name of the company?
It's Anthem. Parents.
And address?
23299.
Holy cow, how many times does he have to say this damn address? He bleeped
Two
out that
words
time.
long.
I had to cut it out the rest of the times. But yeah, he's probably said it like 11 times by now.
1.
Violent offense.
No.
This was a scar.
Yeah. Scar. Knee surgery as well. Okay, Mr. Rutherford, these are all booking sheets, information that we just went over with. This is all your personal information about you, your home address, things like that, your scars, mark, tattoos, and what your charges are. Need a signature at the ends. Okay. This is all the items that you came in with, from clothing down to your money. You have $3.
It's gonna be your last $3 for quite a while, James. So keep hold of that.
And this is a medical questionnaire. All the medical questions we ask you about your allergies, things like that. And a signature from you there.
I have to date it.
You don't need to do it. We'll take care of that.
Shoes, socks, anything's laying down there, and step right in that room for me.
Green chair.
Yeah, have a seat in the green chair.
Mr. Rutherford and I sit over here and we'll fingerprint it.
Was he gonna try the phone again?
Anita, can you pick up? Can you pick up, please? Hello, let you know we have a new card for this phone and an hour of lines. Nuts, yeah, he said he can do 2 minutes before he comes to that explanation. So, nuts. Thank you. Peanut butter, pretty much.
Jim.
Okay. Okay. Just want to let you know ahead of time, just in case. Huh? Yeah, yeah. All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Our kids.
And they can't have peanut oil. I believe he's only allergic to peanuts themselves.
She's a
Do you guys have my cell phone that I could look up my mom's cell phone number?
No, cell phones have been seized as evidence, so I don't have them or have access to
They're
them.
not home.
That won't make calls to the cell phone anyway. They can't accept to collect calls on them. At least most cell phones, that doesn't work. Yeah, need your signature right here.
All right, that's it for James Rutherford Interrogation. That was, I guess it was an okay one. The whole ending scene's kind of slow, but I guess there was some interesting things there to comment on. So yeah, if anyone hasn't already, over on my Patreon, I'm posting a whole bunch of new stuff like the real TCAP confrontations with Chris Hansen. I'm posting new ones, and I'll have another new one coming up tomorrow on Patreon, and I'm slowly uploading all the old ones too. So be sure to visit me over there. And in the meantime, I will start looking for a new interrogation to do a commentary on, and I'll see everyone next time.